Hey there, sports fans. Rivo here for Caravel Gaming. Well, had a nice few days off, and of course I've been playing Constructed for just a couple of days. Nothing too serious, but you can see the new goal total just from doing that. I feel it's about time we got back into the serious business of playing Arena, where the game actually matters. Oh, that drum roll keeps getting me every time. So unexpected. Warrior, Chamois, or Warlock? Well, I think Warlock's... I'm gonna take a break for a while. Hmm. Which do I feel like entertaining today? Chamois the more fun. I'm probably more likely to have the broken cards, so we'll go with that, because obviously we're trying to get to 12 wins, and you do need some ridiculous cards to achieve that. And this is certainly one that helps a lot there, Lightning Storm. Oh! Well, Abusive Sergeant's not the worst, because of course you can use it on your totems and stuff like that, but these two cards are pretty bad. Axe or Spellbreaker? I like the Spellbreaker. We'll start off with this one. I definitely like some Harvest Golem as well. The Bloodlust is okay, but I feel getting these early drops in is probably the best thing to start off with. And maybe we can take a Bloodlust here. We could go for a hyper-aggressive deck than another Abusive Sergeant, but there might be some more opportunities for those to show up in a bit. Senjin Shieldmaster. Brewmaster's decent enough. Now, Cultmaster's actually pretty good because of all your totems, so I think it's okay to pick one of those up. So we've got a lot going on at 4 mana there. Well, we don't have any reason to pick up the Elemental yet. We haven't really got... We've got the one card with Overload, but it's important to pick up our 2-drops. So we don't fall into that trap of not having any as we get to like 20 cards in. Obviously Argent Commander here. Pretty much a no-brainer pickup there. I think Shieldmaster's pretty cool. Venture Company, he's pretty awesome as well. Leponome can be okay. I think the Shieldmasters are pretty awkward cards to deal with, even though because of the mana curve. Well, definitely a Dark Iron Dwarf here. So we've got a lot going on at 4 mana. It's just how it works out sometimes, eh? Oh. Like, you get 3 rares and they're all terrible. They're all truly, truly awful. I guess Swordsmith is the best of a bad bunch there, right? Oh, awesome. Yep, we love Hex. Love some Hex. I think we can skip on the Wolf Rider. Go for something a bit slower, maybe to try and get us back into the game. Yep. I just can't pick up the Geomancer. It's just not good enough, even though we need the 2-drops. So another Dark Scale healer. I guess another Flame Tongue Totem. I guess. Big Fat Boulder Fist Ogre might be okay, but obviously the Feral Spirit's far superior to these two cards. Three pretty poor cards, so we'll take the 3 for the 3/3, right? So still a bit short on these 2-drops. You don't need any more Flame Tongue totems. You know, we've only got a Master Swordsmith and a Marnie Berserker, but we have to take the Hex here. Probably okay to pick up a Big Fat Ogre there. No broken cards though. We've not had any Earth Elementals or Fire Elementals, which is sad times certainly. I guess we have to go for a slightly slower deck maybe. It's a bit risky. I mean, Stormwind Champion is a bit good, however. I think we have to pass. We can't afford any more expensive cards in this deck. Gotta pick up the Leper Gnome there. Ooh, a 2-drop, finally! And it's a Swampoos. It's a mildly playable one. And another 2-drop. Nice. Feeling a lot better about this deck now. Yeah. Rubbish. Rubbish. I guess it's a second Bloodlust. I'm not happy about this either, particularly. I am quite happy about a Dark Iron Dwarf, however. And I think Knife Juggler is obviously pretty insane. Mr. Chamois. What do we got going on? 3 mana here. Feral Spirit, a couple of Hexes, and a Lightning Storm. So not that many minions at 3, so maybe another Mind Control tech. So, it turned out to be quite an aggressive deck. Would have liked some Elementals, especially a Fire Elemental. We turned down a weapon, pick one, and obviously don't get offered any weapons after that. But I think the Spellbreaker's fine, because we didn't get offered any silences either. So there's a lot of tempo about the deck, but there's nothing broken about it. It just seems to be like solid minions. It seems like if you can get your Cult Master, sort of turn a 5/6 hitting the table once you've got control of the board, it seems like could be drawing a bunch of cards from that. But let's see how it all plays out, eh? Well, obviously we're throwing the Bloodlust back. Probably throw the Shield Master back as well, because we've got a lot of 4-drops, and he dies to an opponent's 2-drop, which isn't that great. Just excuse me a brief second here. I'm just going to take my time on this pick while I'm just doing something else slightly. Where are we? There we are. There we go. Just made myself ever so slightly louder on the microphone. And we get the Bloodlust back. That's one reason for throwing it as well, because we've got 2, so.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
No real reason to waste the coin, because we've got a turn 1 play anyway. Our opponent didn't have a great play himself either.
Bring me steel! Sever my wrath!
So there's no reason to beat up the owl there. He's not harming anyone, unless we get a Shattered Sun Cleric this turn. Awesome. Great to see people playing bad cards. But we can't kill it with the Dark Iron Dwarf, so yeah, I think hexing it is fine.
It's time!
Silver Moon Guardian with the Master Swordsmith seems pretty groovy, doesn't it?
shall not fall. It's time.
Our silence nowhere to be seen for the light spawn. Unfortunately for him, he's screwed up a little bit there.
It's time.
I think it's okay to go ahead and use a coin, get a totem out. Can't see us using much more of this mana really at this point.
What does the future hold? Done.
So already this Bloodlust's looking pretty threatening there. Well, we can't lose. I've yet to lose to anyone who plays a shield bearer, and that's not going to change today. So we can hit him for 18 this turn once we've got this shield bearer out of the way. Ooh, that's a pretty groovy cult master though. That changes a lot of what I was planning on doing there. So maybe we trade these off now. Like that seems awesome. Or we could just go for the Bloodlust, beat everything up. Nah, no, I think we use this mind control tech.
What to do?
Join or die!
Of course I get to draw another card if my cult master survives here, which he will. By survives I means that card there dies first. Oh, now he Holy Smites. That was a good play. Thanks for letting me draw the card first there. I really appreciate that one. Yeah, you gotta love players sometimes.
Tazdingo! Yes! Tazdingo! Yes!
The cool thing about these 3/5s is they don't really get wrecked by, like, Shadow Madness.
You call that a weapon?
You know, you can pinch a 3/5 here, they can only run it into, like, another 3/5. You might as well attack. No reason not to attack. There we go. A nice well-placed hex there. I think we're just dumping lots more guys out, right? Well, could waste a Bloodlust to clear the board. But I'm pretty happy with just setting up a kill, really. And we can easily fight through that 3-6 with the Bloodlust. Ooh. Handy dandy little Darkind Dwarf again. Bloodlust, take this out. Yeah, it just takes everything out really at this point. There's
I wonder.
no reason to screw around anymore here.
You call that a
So, yeah. It's going to take some monumental effort from the priest now to get back into this game. Doesn't quite cut it, does it? I think we all know what's going to happen here. So it's just crazy how, you know, it just happens. All of a sudden, you know, you get this close game and, you know, he picks up a couple of bad cards like that Silence and that Hungry Crab, and all of a sudden it's like, bang, you've got nothing. You know, a couple of weak cards just ruining your day right there. You gotta make sure to try to pick, you know, the strongest card on offer each time. Because, you know, he was giving me a good fight for a while there. Well, you know, like I got offered the 3 pretty poor rares. It makes you wonder what the other 2 cards were for him to take the Hungry Crab there. I'm not sure how useful Spellbreaker is against warriors. There's maybe like a Gurubashi Berserky on a Silence, but it's not a whole lot else apart from that. Well, hopefully we don't see too many weapons from him. But these cards are certainly pretty good, the Lapinomes, in this matchup. We could coin into a 3-3 here. Doesn't really leave us anything to do the turn after, unfortunately. So let's just go ahead and make a dude. Maybe coin into a Darkind Dwarf instead. And pump up this 0 to take out the Crocodile.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Well, he likes his 2-3s. Doesn't want to fight me. Awesome. Seems very nice. Well, Overload 2 still going to cripple me quite badly. So, I think just continuing to build up the board a little is probably best.
Yes.
So right now he has to throw everything at the 3-5 to get past it. So he definitely should have took out my 2-1 when he had the opportunity. But I'm sure he's got some way of dealing with it.
Not now.
Or maybe he doesn't. He does. I'm not quite sure why that took like 50 seconds to decide to play a Dark Iron Dwarf there. Seems like a really easy decision to make right there. He doesn't like killing this 2-1. I mean, it's such a terrible play not taking the 2-1 out. Awful, awful play not attacking that 2-1. So this is one of those games where we're going second and it just sucks. You know. He's always ahead with what he can do.
Locked and loaded.
Awesome. You go, girl. So we could have gone with the Dark Scale healer there. I was thinking a little about if he might play something like an Arcanite Reaper or something like that. We don't really want to lose the 4-5 to one card.
Shields up.
Okay. There he goes again, attacking me. Lightning Storm might ruin his day. But Cult Master seems pretty cool as well. I mean, you could run them both in there, but he does seem to obsess a lot about going for players. I mean, obviously Lightning Storm takes this out, puts this down to 1 toughness. Maybe kill. If it kills one of those, if it does 3 to one of those, then this will have been an awesome play. The question is whether we want to make a totem. I think making the 3/3 is better afterwards. So we just want to do 3 damage to either one of them, doesn't matter which. No, of course it does 2 to both. Of course it does 2 to both. Absolutely guaranteed that one. 25% chance of screwing me over there on a couple of points of damage. Now this guy's a 2-1 instead of a 2-3 because of that. You know, and something like that can make all the difference. Like you can lose by a couple of life points at the end of the game, or hey, guess what? You're getting hexed. See what we can do with this Cult Master.
Your magic shall not save you.
Feel we can do quite a bit with this Cult Master. Question is which of these to take out. Probably the 4-4. Like the 6-3 is not really threatening. I'd rather have that 1 less toughness, to be honest. Oh, well, we can just take them both out. How lucky! That felt a pretty productive turn. That's why I like having board control. Lets you do ridiculous things with Cult Masters. And we've drawn a Flame Tongue Tome, so there's no way back into the game for him now at this point. This one is well and truly over.
I wonder.
He needs a Deathwing.
The end is coming!
Well, that doesn't do anything. Like, nope. Not doing anything there, are you?
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
Go. You gonna concede at this point?
Charge forward.
Seeding seems good. That's a lot of damage, right?
Remember, kill Thomas!
Poor Balka. Didn't really stand a chance there. He just did some really poor decisions. Didn't take out my Leponome. He had multiple opportunities to kill it with his 2-3. Decided to go for me instead. I think he's probably been watching too many
For Doomhammer, the elements will destroy you.
Trump videos. I think Trump does a lot of that. Like he goes for the player like way too early, instead of just taking down the advantageous trades. So this is obviously a cool opening hand here. 3 cheap minions and a Hex. Obviously we don't want to run into tons and tons of AoE. Oh, he's going to be so disappointed after coining that out, because now he's got Overload 1 and I make a Swamp Ooze. He can't do anything this turn. He's like, no!
Well played. Get in there and fight, maggot!
It's time for a little blood.
Oh, he's got to be panicking now. He needs the old lightning, or else he is screwed. This is a fast one, isn't it? Well, I'm just going to dump everything out there. It's like, if he's got an AoE or something, sure, he's going to kill me with it, but I'll probably go on to win. Wow. I like how he got the Taunt Totem both times. Just to do that little extra bit of stalling there.
Sever my wrath! Oh, you want me?
He's still not played. He's got 8 cards in his hand. Way too slow, this deck. What's he hoping for there? He was hoping he could make his weapon. So he's kept an opening hand, but he's got a weapon in, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm not sure how he mulliganed, but he definitely keep the weapon. And then maybe, this, I can kill his turn 2 and turn 3 drops, and this will keep me going till like turn 5 or something. But you can see this is why I like tempo decks. Because whenever your opponent gets like a bad opening hand, you just win. You don't give them a chance to recover or to draw into good cards. Just like, I'm sorry you got expensive cards in your hand, but I'm just going to kill you.
Thrall!
versus Malfurion.
I must protect the one.
For Doomhammer.
These all seem particularly slow. I'm gonna keep the Harvest Golem because he's cool and groovy. Hey, finally a 2-drop. And a good 2-drop at that. Seems fine. So don't try and save him, just lob him out there. We're going first, so it's important just to keep all the minions flowing here. And he's wasted his 2-drop. You see, I wouldn't have coined if I didn't have another play afterwards. You know, I'd much rather just play it turn 2 and then maybe coin into a 4-drop or something like that. Well, that's exactly what we were looking for. It's like, how lucky! It's like, this game's just been amazing to me. So this is threatening him, you know. If he doesn't have a swipe here. Ooh, that's not great. That is not great at all. Oh wow. How sexy is that?
Never my wrath.
So again, another opponent is just wasting those early turns, you know, and he's close to over because of it. I mean, what can he do? There's nothing he can do. You know, he's just straight up dead here. Turn 6 kill! He dies with 6 cards in his hand. So again, you know, that's what the deck does. When your opponent has a bad mulligan or has just drafted too slow of a deck, you just get a free win. It's like, thank you very much. Play some spells next time. I mean, this deck isn't broken. You know, there's no broken cards. There's no flame elementals, fire elementals, earth elementals. You know, we've got the one lightning
For Doomhammer.
thing. I'm terrible with names, you know that. Going second, slightly slower hand. Maybe the Shield Master could be get hold of there. But the Hex helps you when going second. 2 hexes helps you a little bit more. Obviously, we're not going to coin into a Swamp Ooze. This Swamp Ooze is going nowhere until he makes a weapon. Ooh, favours from the top of the deck there. So if he gives the 4/5 taunt, obviously we've got a Hex handy for that.
For the crusade!
Otherwise, I think we have to take the Hex the 3/1 here. You know, these cards are pretty ridiculous. Well, we could make our own version. I'm not sure how great that is, though, to be honest. I mean, it feels hexing's just much better there. We don't want to get 2 for 1, which is what it was going to do. good knife juggler here. Hope to shoot the 2-3 one time. Or we can do knife juggler and have 2 shots at shooting it, right? Nope. Yay!
Who you want me killed?
Now we get to enrage this bad boy to 5-1 and have a couple of taunts up. So this is a horrible situation for the warrior now. Look at that, having to waste a really good execute there.
Hope you like my invention.
So again, you know, get his minions off the board where possible. We don't want him using Dark Iron Dwarfs and Shattered Sun Clerics to turn that 1-2 into something useful.
The gates are open.
I guess it's this guy. Maybe we just improve the board position. It's no reason to hex this because we can deal with it in like so many better ways, really. That seems pretty. I mean, even the Cult Master seems pretty rubbish there, trading away 2 things. So. Well, no luck on the knife juggler there. Asking a bit much though to hit everything we want with the knife juggler. And you know, this is why I don't play Ancient Watchers. Because you go, oh, you know, they're really good when you silence them or you give them taunt or something like that. And it's like, yeah, but if you don't draw those cards, then they're terrible.
Charge forward!
It's time for a little blood.
Back to work.
There's no reason to enrage that. I mean, you still can only kill the 0-2. Just, and now you've got to run it into the 2-3. Well played. Why would you do such a thing? That's terrible. That is absolute awful play from him there. I think we could just mop up everything with the Cult Master. Just draw like even more cards and just crush him.
Join or die, or both.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Or we hit him for 9. I think we've got to take this 2-3 out. I don't think we really have a choice in the matter, do we? Oh! I love it when minions switch around like that.
Victory or death.
No point taking any risks. I mean, we've pretty much won this game as long as nothing hilariously broken happens, and the Warsong Commander's like one of those cards that allows hilariously broken things to happen.
For the War Chief.
Death again.
For the War Chief.
Oh, congrats, you've done a point of damage to me.
130. Mental dislocator.
Sever my wrath!
So it, you know, it really doesn't matter kind of what we do here.
Yes!
Way too hard of him to get back into this game. I'm even deliberately like not wasting these hexes or this lightning storms. So like, I'm fine. Throw him in there. That's fine.
Bring me steel! Tazdingo! Yes! What you looking at?
Well, I guess we need to kill him, eh?
Shall not save.
Enough screwing around. And this ancient watcher just sat there and did nothing for the entire length of the game. I mean, I can't think of two other rares that you would turn down to pick up an ancient watcher, because ancient watcher feels pretty close to the worst. I'd rather have like a hungry crab there. Well, obviously not hungry crab, I think that's epic. I'd have like a secret keeper or something like that. Well, I'm sure we'll come up against the broken deck soon. We haven't really seen anything yet.
Thrall versus
We've not been overwhelmed by powerful cards.
Must protect the wild.
For Doomhammer!
Urgh. Not a great going second hand. Could coin into the Feral Spirits, then, but turn after we'd have like 1 mana, so that would waste that completely. So, like Swamp Ooze and maybe coin into 4-drop. Oh. And now the Leper Gnome turns up. He would be awesome. I mean, our opponent shapeshifted anyway on turn 2, but if I'd made the Leper Gnome turn 1, it would have forced him to shapeshift rather than play a minion. Which gives us like the first decent minion on the board.
What to do?
So I like coining into this Shield Master here, and then we can follow it up with like a Feral Spirit. So he's just drawn his Crazed Alchemist. The other reason why I like this now is because I've just drawn Lightning Storm as well, so it forces him to put maybe a couple more minions out there. Druids aren't very good at removal spells, like Naturalize costs 1 mana, but they'll never play it. It gives your opponent 2 cards, so they really just have to beat up physically whatever it is you put down there. Like, cause, you know, Wrath's not great on a 3/5. It's 2 for 1ing yourself there, so... Like, Wrath's fine when you can cycle it for 1 mana, for 2 mana, you know, just do the 1 damage and pick something else up that's maybe better. Well, this gives me 3 mana the turn after. But I like it. A little bit of protection for the old leper gnome. We can still lightning storm, and the turn after a lightning storm we could dark iron dwarf with the 4 mana. Or if we don't lightning storm, if we just play like the mind control tech out the next turn, we've got the ogre the turn after that.
What to do?
Or if not the ogre, maybe the dark iron dwarf, pump one of these guys up and just make a totem. So, like, we can use our mana really well over the next few turns. That's used his entire turn there, that swipe. Ooh, awesome. And even though we're behind on mana, you know, we're going second here. We got the middle of the board for the meantime. As long as he doesn't play an Argent Commander, we should still manage to keep hold of it.
You shall not pass.
I refuse to ever lose to anyone who plays Shield Bearer. He's going to give it like +4 and taunt, so it's going to be really bad. How lucky! That went well. Well, if he wants to take out my totem, he can take some pain in the process.
I must safeguard the land.
Of course, he should have just silenced the totem. That would have been, like, so much better. Why didn't he just silence the totem? Save himself a couple of points of damage there, really. So again, just keeping his stuff off the board, especially now we've got this Bloodlust. 21 points of damage there from this Bloodlust.
What you want?
Looks like the play.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
So he's pretty much got to kill everything to avoid dying to this Bloodlust at this point.
What to do?
Ain't gonna do it. It's definitely not going to do it now. So, +2, so we're on +5, so I want to put it next to this 3-power dude here. Bash! Ooh, 6-0, halfway there, no losses yet. But now we're coming up to the good players. I think I might have read somewhere that, you know, as you get to 6 wins, you'll get put into sort of a different bracket with the sort of the people on 6 wins or more, and sort of the 0 to 5 wins all get put together. I don't know. Maybe that's just someone surmising what might happen. I know before the patch, I've heard stories of people who were like 8-1 playing someone else who was sort of 1-1 at that
You
point.
asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, I mean, Flame Tongue Totem's not great in opening hand. Ugh, 2 Flame Tongue Totems even worse. Yeah, but the Leopard Gnome's really cool now, because he might very well coin just to ping it for 1, and that's got the coin out of the way, and we get to build up sort of board position. Yep, there we go. So now we're always going to be ahead on mana for the rest of the game. All it's done is cost us like 1 little card to do that. So, you know, this isn't a wasted thing. This is like a 2-2 because of our Flame Tongue Totem.
Don't mess with custom.
But these 2 Shield Masters are just the better plays to start with. Especially if he's got scrawny little guys.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Tadingo! Yes!
Like, you know, if he just has really small guys, it's just going to cost him sort of 2 cards every time he wants to take out this 3-5. So, and again, like if it makes him waste a Fireball or a Polymorph on something like that, then, you know, that's also awesome. Well, there's probably a Vaporize in one of those 2 cards, right? That's probably why he's not going to attack here, so... Since we picked up the healing totem, let's do some healing. This is the bane of mages, this card right here. Like, they have to take it out so quickly if they can.
Tadingo! Yes! Bring me steel!
I'm gonna put the new guys on the left here. Okay, so he's got a counter spell and a spellbender because it's not mirror entity. It's not, obviously, it's not vaporize.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Because you always summon totems to the right, so you know, like putting the flame tongue totems down on the left. It's normally like a pretty good idea. What you doing? What are you doing? Well, doesn't have a flame strike.
Your magic shall not save me.
Well, he's got a nice block
Well
to buy him a
played.
turn, I guess.
It's time.
Shock.
Man!
Job done.
Like, you know, this is not constructed. Like, ice block is no good here. That's nice, dear. That's nice. I still have a 6-3.
Well played.
Oh no, you countered spells! So it was a counter spell? I was just wondering whether it's a counter spell or a spellbender there. Have a golden frost shock. So yeah, maybe I should have played around a flame strike. I keep forgetting this is arena now. I've been playing too much constructed where flame strike's pretty rubbish. So that could have been a costly mistake, but he didn't punish us. He drew it a couple of turns later. Or maybe he had it and he was just hoping for us to commit even more to the board. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't think of a situation where you wouldn't flame strike there. Just because he had the ice block.
The light shall bring victory.
Wow.
Doomhammer.
Look at this awesome hand. Wow. I mean, when he sees us keeping all four, he's got to be like, that's a problem. He likes his hand. So the turn 1 play is just so good against priests. As long as they don't make the 1-3. If they make the 1-3, then... Look at that, he gets a good card out of us. Well, he possibly gets a coin, but you know what I mean.
I feel itchy.
As long as you didn't get our lightning storm, right?
Is someone injured?
Turn 2, 1-3, awesome. Give me a big hug. Indeed. So I get that 1-3 off the board. No more of that stupid stuff. Not having you heal up and draw cards. If he doesn't play a minion this turn, because obviously he mind visioned, it means he must have the lightning storm. Because I mean, if he had a knife juggler, he'd play it, you know, and even master swordsmith, he'd probably just play. So, like, you kind of don't want to throw too much out there, but you do have to put something out there.
Put this apple on your head.
So maybe we just try and shoot the shield. Yeah, awesome. Now, that's fine. Now it's done his job. Now he'll lightning storm. He'll be like, haha, I got your lightning storm. I'm so clever. It's possible he got the coin, of course, as well. No? Okay, no lightning storm. Awesome. Awesome. Unless he's hoping I get greedy.
For the king!
Oh, okay. I think we have to lightning storm here because we just can't have him heal up, right? You know, it's just like awful use of our mana. Like, going second just sucks sometimes. And this is one of those occasions.
May my
My ancestors watch over.
That's fine, because he's terrible. And there's a second Bloodlust, because one's not enough, obviously. Might get some value out of this mind control tech. You know, he might actually get to 4 minions at this rate. But I just kind of feel like it needs to be out there on the board, really. Especially with these 2 Bloodlusts.
Engaging TC-130. Mental dislocate.
There's way too many bad things that can happen to me either way. You know, at this point, there's all manner of buffs he can do here. Just to ruin my day even more. And you can see how like I've wasted the mana sort of each turn. You know, because of the locked mana crystals, as they're called. And then, you know, this is like the 3 most expensive cards in my deck, and I've drawn them all. So, like, you get your bad draw, you just lose. You know, nothing you can do. Like, yep, I got a bad draw, I lost.
Tadingo! Yeah. Bring me steel!
Pretty easy here, just run the 2-7 and the 2-3 in. 3-2 beats up the 1-3. You only lose 1 guy. There's no reason to do anything
Let
else.
me change your mind.
There we go, and mind control tech would have done something. So, like, I'm just going to concede here, because, like, these 2 Bloodlusts here, they're not doing anything. You know, so it's 2 dead cards, playing basically 1 card against 7 there. You know, these videos are going to be long enough already. It just isn't a card I can draw there to get back into the game at that point. You know, I don't have any broken cards. There's no point seeing how that game was going to play out. Anyone who says otherwise is an idiot. Especially since the only board sweeper we've already used.
Your soul shall be mine for Doomhammer.
I mean, this curve's okay. I guess we keep it. You know, it's a solid 2-drop, a solid 3-drop, and pretty decent enough 4-drop, really. Did he just coin and screw up? No, I think he's got the nut start here, now we can't play our 2-drop because of it. So... that's awkward. Maybe we should have just played it out anyway, to be honest.
I feel icky.
Luckily we got lots of expensive guys. This is what you need when you're up against a Blood Imp. You know, because you just make small guys, they just, like, get traded away to their bigger small guys. So we just have to make, like, 1 big guy every single turn.
Tadingo! Yes!
And certainly the questing adventure is going to get pretty ridiculous in size as well. So we can only hope that this Boulder Fist Ogre will be bigger than it. There's a risk it won't be, you know, Warlock's capable of throwing down lots of fast cards, so... Well, that was nice of him. I'm glad that imp's out the way.
It's time for a little blood.
Because now all of these minions here trade with these. But this questing adventure is still going to get pretty ridiculous in size. Need our little lightning car to get back into the game here. That was a terrible play. That play was so bad from him. Like, I have no idea what he was thinking doing that. Like, he just risks me blowing up his side of the board. As it is, I can't, so, you know, he gets away with it, but, like, he had all those minions out. Why would he ever put the abomination down? It's just ugly and terrible. So a bit of luck there with the taunt totem again, but a little too late really. You know, nothing you can do against blood imps. They just make the game impossible to deal with.
I wonder.
Gee, I sure would like my lightning storm. Just to punish this guy for all the bad decisions he's been making.
The future
But not going to happen. Notice how I drew all my expensive cards as well. Like, I've got a fast deck and I'm playing against someone else with a fast deck, and I draw my slow cards. Yep, that's what we wanted. Hexes, they were nowhere to be seen. Lightning Storm, where was that? Knife Juggler again would have been good. Maybe one Flame Tongue Totem, maybe. Obviously the Fairy Dragon turn 2 would have... having a 3-2 rather than the 2-3 would have made all the difference there. So... that sucks. You know, we got opening hand was these guys, unfortunately, and he just came out way too fast. All because of that Blood Imp. As you saw on my previous video with the Warlocks, it's like way too good, that card. I think they could probably fix it if it just didn't have stealth. Then it would be fine. It's the fact that you can't deal with it.
Thrall versus Valera.
Watch your back.
For Doomhammer.
So we're binning all of these in the hope of some faster cards, of which there are plenty. I don't really like throwing out the abusive sergeant to his doom.
It's time for a little blood.
You know, because he's just gonna wake up his weapon and beat it up. Like, there's not a whole lot of point to that.
Who you want me killed?
that worked out pretty well.
I am not a morning person.
Good old Harvest Golem makes an appearance here. Sucks going second though in this game. This is just painful now at this point. Him being able to have the 4 mana before me, really it's not a nice thing.
So many options.
I mean, there's a lot he can do here. These Dark-Eyed Dwarfs and other things like that.
I smell blood.
Well, we're going to struggle now. He's got a weapon. And there's not really anything we can do about that.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That means turn to get ready.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
So overloaded pretty badly here. We've got a Hex we can do next turn if he does put a big guy down. Well, he just always has the card he really needs, doesn't he? Like, what would be really good here? I know, Fan of Knife. Allowing me to actually kill at something with my weapon. This is probably the only time the Master Swordsmith actually doesn't feel crap. Leponome does, however, feel pretty crap. Trading with a 1/1 imp. There's no point putting that down there. Come on, you got 1 mana. Come on. There we go. You finally realised how to end the turn. So the commander doesn't really get any value here either, due to that 3/5 being just a bit on the big side. Oh, luckily we didn't summon the 1/1, that was all I was hoping for there. It was like anything but the 1/1. And the 1/1 totem obviously can be took out by the Wicked Knife.
To Northrend!
Pretty brutal stuff. Not sure why he's doing that. I mean, just kill it with the 3/5. Why waste a Wicked Knife on that? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me there. Ooh, mind control tech. Got a chance at a big guy. Gonna give me a 1/1. Whee! It's the first time it's ever done anything for me. I'm just so happy. Hex the 3/5 though, I guess, right?
Victory or death!
But here comes Fan of Knives number 2. this Bloodlust sits in my hand doing nothing. This is like the really big downside to Bloodlust. You know, when you're behind, it just does absolutely nothing at all. And you just feel stupid. Oh, how lucky! This guy's gonna hate me so much. I'm pretty certain we're still not winning this. You know, he's got 4 cards to our 2. And one of our cards is completely dead, so it's really 4 against 1 here. So unless he's got just the worst bunch of cards you've ever seen,
You gotta be kidding me!
like, I'm pretty certain we're losing this one.
Give me a big hug!
To Northrend!
Victory!
But this might help us out a little bit, the fact that, you know, his minions are going to cost more now, so might allow us just to actually build up a little bit. Maybe we can Bloodlust next turn and, like, trade off,
I wonder.
like, my crap cards for his awesome cards. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, so we can't win now, both of our hexes have gone.
Tadingo!
Not sure what he's thinking about. 7-6, beat up the 3-5, 3-6 hits the 4-2. I mean, there's nothing to think about here. Just do it.
So
Pass me
many
that arc light
options.
fast!
He's desperate not to let me want me to draw a card off my Cult Master. Who cares? Just it's completely irrelevant. So I think the only thing we can do here is hope he plays another minion down next turn. And go for another mind control tech. And pray we get the 7-3. So like I said, you know, the deck was pretty good. Nothing broken though, and that's what happens, you know, as you get to sort of 7 wins, it's like, yep, broken stuff starts to happen. Oh, that was actually a really nice draw.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
That wasn't so good.
I will be your death.
Really didn't want that guy. Take out the 5-5. I guess that's all we can do, right?
Engaging TC-130 into
Oh,
dislocator.
and we're dead.
Thank you.
So yeah, if we took one of these two big guys with the mind control tech, we could have buffed up to take out the other big guy.
So many options.
Hit me for 7, then you win. Like, there's nothing I can do here. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking about. Lightning Storm, my only card that can help me here, and then it has to do 3 to all of these. No, not a Lightning Storm. But anyway, it was a good enough run.
Well played.
You know, we always seem to get to that 7 wins and then just struggle. But to be fair, this was a deck that was never going to get to 12 wins. That's just a sad, pathetic amount of gold, isn't it? 155. Like, barely pays for another one. Still, let's see what's from the pack this time. Well, I guess Cold Light Series is seeing a small amount of playing constructed right now in the Warlock Murloc deck. Secret Keeper is pretty crap, but again, it does see there's like one Hunter deck. There's the Hunter Secret deck that obviously runs a Secret Keeper, and like every single secret ever seen. But yeah, that's pretty standard for my luck there. What would I like to build for constructed? Maybe a couple of Earth Elementals. Maybe do a Chamois deck or something like that. We'll just have to see whether we get offered anything. Anyway, thanks for checking the video out, guys, and I'll keep on trying to get to 12 wins. We managed 11 wins the very first time. Not got close since then, but maybe tomorrow's going to be the day. Until then, ta-da.